Who am I? The girls them sugar.
Here we go, boss.
Who am I? The girls them sugar.
What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Who Am I Pod.
Welcome. Cheers.
How you living?
Thankful.
That's what's
Thankful
up.
out here in these streets.
That's what's up, man. Me too, man. It was weird, right? Did it feel like Thanksgiving to you?
No, it felt like Thursday, bro.
It definitely felt like a Thursday. I don't know. Like I ate, I did the food thing, cooked a little bit, and just didn't really feel right.
I ain't even do the turkey stuffing or dressing, whoever.
Where'd you go? You ain't go eat with the fam?
Bro, I had chicken and rice. Chicken and rice.
Regular schedule.
Spice it up a little bit. Put some barbecue sauce on that thing. You know
the gravy.
The tangy gravy.
Put the gravy on there. That's what's up. That's what's up. No, but yeah, man, it just felt kind of weird, man. I'm just ready at this point. Like December's here, pretty much, and I'm just ready for it all to end and 2020 be over. I feel like a friend said at work. He said that it feel like we're gonna wake up in January 2021, and we're gonna look at the calendar and it's gonna say January 2020.
like, oh, you thought this was over?
The remix. That like, yeah, man. Next year, it couldn't be worse. It couldn't be worse.
I saw a good meme going around where it was like, 2020 isn't here to give you anything new. It's a reminder to appreciate everything that you have, because like so much has been taken from us this year. So many people have been taken from us this year. It's kind of a reminder, like, hey, what I do have, you know what I mean? I need to just appreciate it because it can be gone in an instant.
That's real. That's definitely real. All right, well, let's talk about what need to be gone. Some of this music that came out this week. I will go ahead and let you start. I know you got 2 singles. I only got one this week, one album. So I'll let you go ahead and get shit off on these singles.
So I'm not as pessimistic as Kevo, man. I try my best to find some good music because it is out there. You just, unfortunately, you got to go look for it. You know what I mean? But for this one, my first one, I'll start with. It actually came out a couple weeks ago. I just missed it. But it's an artist by the name of Tone Stith. He came out with a song called Devotion. And this song is super like old school. It reminds me of like Maxwell. And we talk about R&B, we always refer back to like the golden ages, like 90s hip hop or 90s R&B. That's like the golden age of R&B where you had just hit after hit after hit after banger after banger. And I kind of feel like we're going through that now. Like it's probably not going to be as memorable as 90 R&B, but it's just so much good R&B is coming out. It's kind of like a new, like a reemergence of great R&B, whereas though you just find a new artist or a new song everywhere and it just all seems good. And I feel like what Tone Stith did, he kind of channeled that old R&B sound. Like this sounds like Maxwell. It's like old school, real slow, like this like bedroom music. And I looked him up and I just saw like he's in the industry. Like he's got songs with her. He's got songs with Ty Dolla $ign. He got songs with Sway Lee. Like, and I think he just released a snippet with Chris Brown that's coming out soon. So I think he's going to be around, or he's going to be coming forward for like the mainstream to see in the near future. But this song called Devotion, it's a really good song. It's, again, when a year was such great, or the past couple of years with so much R&B coming out, it's easy to get lost in, but just to know if you look for it, there is some good R&B out there. So that's Tone Stith with Devotion. Really, really good track. And then my dog, Fabio Foreign, I brought him up last week. He got a new song called Trust. And again, like I was saying last week, I was really into Pop Smoke, but like I'm really now into that New York drill, that kind of like a UK grime sound that New York rappers have right now. And it's just like Griselda is very formulaic. Like it's going to be the same beat. It's going to be the same flow. It's going to be the same couple artists doing the same thing. But like Griselda, I like that. Like I'm tuned into that type of sound. So with this one, Trust, he didn't change the formula too much. He didn't go left field, start singing with auto-tune. It's just exactly what you expect out of Fabio Foreign. So if you like that type of music, if you want something to listen to while you're in the gym, I highly suggest Fabio Foreign with Trust.
That's what's up. Good singles, man. Let me get my little album out of the way. Mixtape, whatever you want to call it. It was released on Dat Piff, so
it's for the Weezy fans.
Yeah, it's for the Weezy fans. But this is No Ceilings 3 by Lil Wayne. Got a ton of features on there. Drake, Drake and Drake. That's probably the only memorable one. So we'll
Oh
leave
yeah,
it at
gutter,
that.
yeah, gutter.
Going for it. go. Ignore the bullshit. So this is the thing. We had this problem. I don't know if it was this year or last year. Legends, when they rename their stuff, like when they like go over, what was Rick Ross, right? Was that this year or last year?
That was
It might have been last year. This year been going forever. So whatever the case may
Yeah,
be,
for
Rick
his last
Ross. Yeah, Rick Ross last year did the same thing where he released what's the title of that?
Port of Miami.
Port of Miami 2, right?
Yeah.
So Port of Miami 2. So we were disappointed by it because obviously Port of Miami is kind of legendary, album. And then No Ceilings being the legendary series too. We know what the formula is, and the formula should work in general. Like the good songs already, we know everybody already liked the beats, and then you just got to rap over them, right? Well, No Ceilings 1 was a classic. No Ceiling 2 was kind of mediocre. This one might be worse in general. like this one might actually be worse. And I'm disappointed because it seemed like, I don't know, it seemed like Lil Wayne should take a while to make a track, make like a whole tape. And this is why. When you listen to a lot of his tracks, it feels like some of them got juice and some of them don't. So it feels like he might run out. And so this one, like the first 5 songs, like, okay, this shit going tough. And pretty much everything after that, it was just a step down till you got to the end where he was just saying he shoot a nigga, no crossover. He shoot a nigga, no layup. He shoot a nigga, no. And he did that for 3 minutes in the song straight, talking about how he'll shoot a nigga, but it's no foul. Like, I want to play. Like, it's like, it's just like, by the end of it, it just was complete hot garbage. Honestly, the songs with his sons are what they are. They just fun. They cool to see. He put like all 3. I think it's 3 of his sons that he actually had on this album. So that's actually cool. But outside of that, and outside of the Drake feature, and outside of the first 5 songs, there's not a lot there, and that's a lot to say because there's 20 songs on here. It's 20 songs. And another thing, since I'm going at it, another thing. Am I the only one that's getting tired of hearing DJ Khaled yelling on songs for no reason? Yeah. DJ Khaled, you have no place doing this. Like, you do this on your own time. I don't want to hear you on No Ceilings doing this. I didn't really need to hear No Ceilings 3, to be honest, if we're really talking. I really didn't even need to hear this. Let alone in every interlude between every song, do I need to hear, we had to take the ceiling off because they tried to cap us. No cap. Like shut the fuck up, dog. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. We don't need to hear this from you. So a little disappointing. I do want to say Drake snapped though. Drake went off. Drake he really ate that shit up. So if that's January, gonna be crazy. If he coming with this type of rapping, including the Laugh Now Cry Later type rapping, if he coming with that over the course of a whole album, and the album made 50 songs, might be scary for the rest of the rap game, really.
Yeah, but I will say this though, Wayne was snapping on that track with Drake too. He was eating, and I'll say this about Wayne, like he's in that category with like Eminem, Jay-Z, Nas, might even say Busta. Like they kind of like the gods right now. Like they solidified. They can go on and release trash music from here on out, but we kind of give them a pass because of they literally changed the game for what they did, what they brought to it. So his legacy cannot be tarnished in a way.
No.
And I think that once you hit that level, it's hard to impress us. Because like you could argue for like them 5 songs, like you were saying, this might be lyrically some of the top bars or like wordplay and flows that I've heard from Wayne in a long time. Like he was snapping.
The first 5 songs he was going off.
He was snapping. It's like, yo, this is. I don't think like when he's rapping like that, it's not too many people that can hang with Wayne. And you've seen that in different features that he's been on throughout the years. Like, oh, Wayne still got it. Like, let's not keep it. Let's not be confused. Wayne still got it, but it's in that back half of the project to see this is where Wayne is now. Like when he's singing, and it just don't sound good, and it's like, come on, bro. It's like it hurts. Like it literally hurts to hear this.
Yeah,
like,
I don't want to hear that.
Like I have to turn this off.
I wish this was a 5-song EP.
Yeah, if it would have just been that, it's like, bro, this
Which
is
was a
amazing.
5-song EP.
So he still got it, but it's few and far between. But you get
But
a pass,
the difference is why, yeah, he get a pass like as far as his legacy, but Jay-Z, Nas, even Eminem to a degree, within the last year or two have released some really good albums. So Nas, even this year, has got one of the best albums to me this year.
Yeah.
So Jay-Z got 4 for 4, and he got the album with Jay Electronica where he was snapping off the whole time.
Yeah.
So Wayne is the only one yet to really deliver something that we thought was great in the last like 5 years, because Carter 5 really wasn't. It was cool, but it wasn't really hidden like that. So that's my thing when I hear something like this and they like, okay, well, Not a Human Being 3 is coming too soon. I'm like, I can't really get excited for that based off of the last few projects I heard from you.
So, but it's the thing though, Wayne is disconnected, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You just saw him taking pictures with Trump, like, "Hey, bro, platinum boy, y'all." Like,
he doubled down on that too. He had a Trump bar there, talking about not doing his taxes.
Yeah, bro. Like Wayne he's disconnected from the culture. Like, you know, he's not lying. Like before, Wayne was the culture. Everything Wayne did, everything Wayne said, everything Wayne wore, the culture followed. And like now, it's kind of like what we saw with Gucci and Jeezy. It's like Jeezy might have those hits or whatever, but like Gucci is still the culture. Like you look at who's around Gucci, you look who's connected with Gucci, you look at whose careers he's responsible for. That's who's running the game now. So cultural relevancy, Jeezy, he just dropped the project and only sold like 25,000. That's a teller that Jeezy is kind of disconnected from where rap is now. Look at Wayne and some of his movements in the past year, and you listen to the music, you kind of see he's not as relevant as what's happening in the culture right now.
True. Fair enough. Well, let's go ahead and move on.
But the first 5 tracks though, it's worth listening.
First 5 tracks is fire.
Definitely suggest people listen.
First 5 tracks is crazy.
So I'll start talking with some albums. I'll get the quick ones out the way first. First one I wanted to highlight was Currency and Harry Fraud. They dropped the EP called Bonus Footage. And earlier in the year, Currency and Harry Fraud dropped the project. And this one is kind of like the things that are left over. And it's only 5 tracks, 14 minutes, quick, easy listen. And they actually pulled my favorite track on there, which is called Riviera Beach, featuring Conway. And I was like, why they just, I thought, because, you know, like recently it's been a trend of people release an album and then they split up the album into different EPs and then they re-release the EPs. And it's like, bro, I just thought I got caught with the okie doke. Like, oh man, it's just a section of the album. But he actually took that track and then added a feature with Boldy James. And I'm a huge fan of Conway the Machine. I'm a huge fan of Boldy James. So for him to take that track and then re-enhance it and make it better, that was dope. And then he got just really good songs on there. Like he got a song with Corday. Corday was on there snapping. He got a song with Gunplay. Gunplay was on there snapping. And then Harry Fraud, I just love his sound. And I really grew to appreciate Currency just in the past year, because this is his 7th project, either EP or album that he released this year. And it's just to see his consistency and just to see what he brings to the table. I respect it. I respect the grind. I respect the hustle, and I respect him as a man. So shout out to Currency and Harry Fraud. That's the Bonus Footage EP. And I know earlier this year, I was complaining that I'm tired of deluxes, and I still am tired of deluxes. I'm tired of people releasing deluxes, and I'm going to make a pass for this one right here. So Jim Jones released a deluxe for his 2019 album, El Capo, which I think should have just been a new album because it was 15 whole songs. Like that's a whole new album. But to me, these 15 songs are amazing. Like these 15 songs are amazing. He said it. He called into the Joe Budden podcast and he was saying like this album isn't really for everybody. You have to have an acquired taste for this type of music. It's no hype songs. It's no lit songs. No party songs. It's a very specific sound for a very specific type of activity. And if you don't like that sound, then you're probably not going to like this. And I respect that because when we talk about Griselda, when I talk about that New York drill scene, when we talk about R&B, I have become accustomed to a certain sound that I like. And I feel like this sound is some of the highest form of that type of music. And I don't want to get too long-winded, but I'll say this about this album and the next one. I hate when a saying that's so true becomes so played out that when you say it, it loses effect. Like when you say, oh, it's a vibe, it's so played out, like you don't really get the full meaning of that. You just feel like, oh, you're just saying that. But like certain artists really provide you a whole vibe. Like I listen to albums. I want to feel the experience. I love art. I like movies. I like paintings. I want to be drawn into a specific world. I want to catch that vibe. I want that album to be an experience. And when an artist can deliver that, I really respect him. And I think Jim Jones really did that from start to finish on these 15 songs. He literally drew you into his world, and he went beat by beat, song by song, and just murdered it. And he has some great features on there. He got Vado on there. He got Joel Santana on there. He got Conway on there. Like Dave East on there. It just sounds like that type of music, and it's the highest level of it. So I normally don't like deluxes, but since this is kind of like a brand new album, I definitely recommend Jim Jones El Capo, the deluxe. It's great music. And then the last one, controversial pick right here. You know what I mean?
God.
But at the same time, like, again, I like vibes. And I respect this one because I wasn't expecting it. But again, this is the highest level to me of that type of music right now. So Juicy J dropped a project called The Hustle Continues. And this project reminded me, Juicy J is a legend in the game.
Oh, yeah.
He is a legend in the game. And I don't think he gets the respect that he deserves for what he's done. Like, going back to his time with 3 6 Mafia, and didn't he win like an Oscar for the song with Hustle and Flow? Like, that was monumental. You know what I mean? He bragged on there about doing a song with Katy Perry. I know that was probably like a light flex and people don't appreciate that. But again, seeing where he come from, seeing where like slob on my knob and all that to do it.
He's not supposed to be on a song with Katy Perry.
He's not supposed to be on a song with Katy Perry. And he crossed that lane, and it's like, that's amazing. Like, that for him to do that, that's a slight flex. And to see the features he has on here, like, he rebranded himself with Wiz Khalifa when he started his solo career. But Wiz Khalifa on there, Lil Baby, one of the hottest artists of this year, 2 Chainz, A$AP Rocky, Conway the Machine is on his project. That was the biggest shocker, and he was floating on that thing. Like, Conway on there, Young Dolph was on there snapping, Logic was on there, Meg Thee Stallion, he had J-Rock on there. And I mean, to see these type of artists who I hold with a certain level of respect come to Juicy with that same level of respect just shows me the type of legend he is. And this album, I don't project it going number 1. I don't see it being like a big album, but it's kind of one of those ones where as an artist, you look to get the blueprint. And it's like, damn, like Juicy really was riding on these. He was giving me so many different flows. He was doing different things, and it sounded so modern that you forget, like, yo, Juicy been in the game since the 90s. You know what I mean? And he really proved something to me with this project. And again, for this lane of music, you forget how many of those sounds that Juicy actually produced. This just showed me like this is high quality music for that lane, in my opinion. It's not for everybody, don't get me wrong. But for this lane, I have a certain level of respect for Juicy to do it with the support of his peers.
Well, you sold me. I'll go tune in. You sold me.
If you just want to hear one, listen to the one with the Conway the Machine. Bro.
Yeah.
He was like, Conway snapped on that, bro. The ones with young. And this is the thing. With Juicy part, it's kind of like, okay. But when you hear somebody else get on the track and get in Juicy pocket, like when Young Dolph get on there and get on the same pocket that Juicy went in, then the hook came back in, it's like, oh, this is kind of hard. Like this is it, right?
Okay.
When you hear Conway get on that thing, start floating, and then Juicy hook come back in, it's like, yo, this is all right. I like this. So
I could rock with that.
It's when you hear J-Rock, like J-Rock, bro.
I heard J-Rock in a while either.
And remember, he had one of the best albums when he dropped that Redemption album. That was one of the best albums of the year. But to think like that sound and Juicy J, it don't even sound like it would be compatible. Conway the Machine and Juicy J, it don't even sound compatible. But to hear it work and to hear them do that, it's like, I respect this, to be honest.
Okay. That's what's up. I do want to follow up because we do got the numbers from Megan's first
I'm
week.
glad you said this, bro.
So I do want to do that before we move on to the Grammys. But yeah, she it's hard to say she didn't meet our over or under, really. like really where we were saying that she probably should be. She should have gotten at least with the Beyonce on there. Like she should have probably got at least she hit 92K, 10K, which is coming from traditional sales. So which is a big deal for her because that doubles Sugar. Sugar sold 41 first week. Yeah. So it did more than double Sugar. So yeah, that's great. but that's hardly the number of the hottest rap female in the game right now.
Yeah,
That's hard. Like we said last week, Cardi B first week on her debut album was 255K. That's more than 150,000 units, man.
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like with
That's
certain
rough.
artists, you come out, you feel it.
Yeah, that's rough.
This one, like I told you, like it don't feel like it's going to
Nah.
actually do something
Nah.
for them. Like again, the official, just for full transparency, at the time of this recording, the official numbers aren't in, but
Mhm.
normally the projections or those reported numbers are
Yeah.
really
They're
right on spot.
Yeah. they're
So for her to be around or not even to crack 100K, like that's saying something.
that's not good.
That's saying something right there.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean to get all of the benefits that come with sitting in that seat and still not sell 100K is wild.
That's what I was saying, bro. Like literally everybody was handled like, yo, do it. Do
Yeah.
it. Coming off the success of WAP, got the Beyonce feature. You got this whole Tory Lanez situation. You want to cover a
Yeah.
Time magazine. You want to cover a GQ magazine. All these Grammy nominations, all these
All
different AMA nominations, all these different performances. And the best you can give us is body, yada, 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 yada.
God, I hate that song, bro.
Like-
God, I hate that song.
Come on, bro. Like it's
I was talking to my sister about that. She said that she actually kind of liked that song. And she was saying how my niece hated it though. And I was like, she got a fucking sense in her. You know, because a kid will tell you,
gonna tell you the truth.
a kid will tell you what's up bad. A kid will come in, taste the mac and cheese and be like, yo, this mac
This
and
is-
cheese is yucky.
because they don't got the filter to lie.
No, they just like, yo, this shit is garbo. So they'll tell you straight up. So that's wild to me that
that's
if that's the one, bro, then that shouldn't be. If anything, I thought they should probably push the baby feature again. That's what I thought. That's the one I thought they should have pushed.
yeah. And that's the formula that worked.
Yeah. Because the body one is the visuals is carrying that, and that is only gonna last for so long.
But you know what they anticipating? Let's get this hot on TikTok. Let's do the
Yeah.
body
And
yada
that-
challenge.
It is on TikTok. Yeah.
But it's forced. The
Yeah.
best TikTok dances or the best TikTok trends are ones that's like, damn, I didn't even know. Like you find out about the song because of the dance, because it's so good. Like this.
No, that's the thing. TikTok will make the dance they want to make. They got Hit the Quan going like live right now. Like that song came out like 2016.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They
bro.
got dances to songs. Like they'll bring the songs that they want out and they'll dance to them. So if you force it,
Exactly.
like, you know what I'm saying, it's not gonna hit like that. But yeah, man, that's the body yaddy, man. the body yaddy.
It's the repetition for me.
It's
I'm not.
wow, bro. I can't fathom. Like I would have never guessed it, man. I would have never guessed that would be the song that they wanted to go with, that they stood behind. That song is so bad.
It's not it, bro. But this the thing. I was talking to another, like my homegirl, and she was actually Jazz. Jazz was on the part. I was talking to Jazz, and she was like, I was so ready to love this album. Like I wanted to love this album so bad. But halfway through, I just realized I can't keep listening. This is not good music. I gotta cut on some Rhapsody. I gotta cut on some Warren. I gotta cut on this is what I really want. Like this is a good album. But it just didn't do it for her. I'm like, yeah, bro. Like I get it. Kind of like when I listen to new Kanye. It's like, come on, bro.
Yeah, you
Come
want
on,
it.
bro.
Why you got to had to listen to that bullshit? Wait, I had to listen to that bullshit.
Exactly.
Oh man. All right. Well, I mean, 90 again. Congrats. 92K is a good amount.
Probably gonna
right?
go number one based on like everything.
No, it won't. K-pop.
Well, there goes that.
Yeah. K-pop. Somebody named BTS with the new album B, which moved 256K.
Bro, you say like BTS not the biggest thing moving right now. Like BTS is huge.
I'm probably sure I've heard it somewhere like on TikTok or something.
I've never heard their songs. I just know like BTS.
I have no idea. Yeah, that's. But yeah, she won't hit number one because of that. Because of them. K-pop out here, man.
Ooh, gotta be quicker next time.
Yeah, bad timing, though. Bad timing. But yeah, man, I think we want to go ahead and move on to the Grammys. We're gonna talk a little bit about how we feel about the Grammys in general. I think we did this last year, and we probably thinking the same thing we did last year. Though last year actually had
it got a couple right.
Last year did get a couple right. This year, I am completely flabbergasted. But I haven't looked through all of them, so we're gonna read them all kind of like live. We're gonna kind of react to them. But we're gonna read, who is being nominated for what, and then we're gonna read out of who's there. We'll say who will win, and then who should have won. So it could be anybody any of those albums that we think from anybody. It doesn't have to be actually nominated. We should say who should have won this. So
yeah.
But Store, I think you wanted to start with something.
Yeah, so a lot of people are disappointed with these Grammy nominations. A lot of people they felt like it's just like, who's the best. Like the culture is speaking, like, who's making moves on social media, by other award shows, like who has the momentum. And after a while, it starts to see like some of this starts to feel political. Some of this starts to feel like it's just a popularity contest, or they setting the artists up. And this goes all the way back to like when Kendrick Lamar, he got robbed for Good Kid, Mad City over who won it? Was that
the Taylor Swift year or no?
It wasn't Taylor Swift. It was the white rapper dude.
Oh, Macklemore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Macklemore, he won over Kendrick Lamar. And it's like that Kendrick Lamar album was probably one of the greatest debuts of all time, up there with like Biggie. You know what I mean? He got robbed for it. And you kind of feel that disconnect. But I think Drake, he explained it in a way that really captures how I think everybody feels about it. He said in an IG post or IG story, he said, I think we should stop allowing ourselves to be shocked every year by the disconnect between impactful music and these awards, and just accept that what once was the highest form of recognition may no longer matter to artists that exist now and the ones that come after. It's like a relative you keep expecting to fix up, but they just can't change their ways. The other day I said The Weeknd was a lock-in for either album of the year or song of the year, along with countless other reasonable assumptions, and it just never goes that way. This is a great time for somebody to start something new that we can build up over time and pass on to the generations to come. And it's like, that's exactly it. Mm-hmm. We always look to these other platforms. We always look to these things that are like status symbols to validate what we feel is going on in our culture. And it's like, when we constantly get it wrong at this status symbol or this award show or this magazine cover or whatever you feel like it is, it's time for something new to happen. And at a time where we have Tidal, when we have a Black-owned or a majority Black-owned streaming service, and a time where we have Revolt, when we have this Black-owned like network, we have the capacity, we have the funds, we have those people in powerful positions to come together and create something. I think the BET Awards used to be that. I think the Source Awards in like the 90s used to be that, but we kind of went away from it. So if something new, something more prestigious needs to be developed so that we can actually get it right, I think now is the time to do so, because we can't keep relying on the Grammys to get it right, so to speak.
Yeah,
they dropped the ball this year.
Drake the type to do it too, so yeah, better watch out.
That's what I'm saying. If he's saying it,
yeah,
hey, something might really happen.
Drake the type to actually go out and do it. So, well, I think we need one, because this. I mean, it's. I say this with a lot of things, like the Birkin bag, right? Let's take that for example. Like, why do we make that so popular, dog? Like, why is that? It's just a bag, dog. Like, it don't even look like nothing crazy. It's just a bag.
But that's kind of what that's why I respect Jeezy so much. That's what he was saying in Almighty Black Dollar. Like, we make these things cool. We one year decide, you know what, Gucci is the status symbol. Boom. Louis Vuitton, that's the status symbol. All right, boom. Versace is the, and now we drive markets. We drive that. It's cool to now wear these brands, but it's like, if they're not giving nothing back to us, why do we give our power away to them and make them money if we don't have anything to show for it? Same thing with the Grammys. Like, we hold the Grammys to this high esteem. This is, again, like Drake was saying, like, this highest form of recognition. Why do we even respect? That's kind of going back to Kanye. That's why he was pissing on the Grammy. Like, hey, bro, this don't mean nothing. Like, this isn't. They don't respect our culture. Like, they're not giving this right. So, hey, this is what it is. We got to start looking at ourselves and understand the power we have.
Yeah,
to actually make some change and actually do something ourselves.
Well, shit, let's get to it, man. Let's start. Let's just start looking at these, and y'all can see why. I mean, this is not the first time, right? So that's the funny thing about this is that we're about to go over this. You're gonna hear all these people. A lot of them you probably don't know. A lot of these albums you probably never listened to. So you're thinking like, how can they get the best? How can they even get a bid at this best performance, the best album, the best what you call it in our space, and we don't even know what they talk about?
Mhm.
That don't make sense. The logic is not there for that one. So you gonna hear some of that stuff, but I'm gonna go ahead and start naming some stuff off. We'll talk about it. The first one, we'll start with some R&B stuff. So the best R&B performance, Lightning and Thunder, Janae Aiko featuring John Legend, Black Parade, Beyonce, All I Need, Jacob Collier, featuring, I can't even say that, Anti-Dollar Sign, Goat Head, Brittany Howard, crickets, and See Me, Emily King, crickets. So yeah, this is where we starting with. Out of all the good R&B we've been talking about over the year, now this is where we coming. This is what we starting with. So, who will win out of these ones? I'll probably go Beyonce. It's Beyonce. I mean,
I hope Beyonce.
it has to be, dog. Has to be. It has to be.
Yeah.
Who should have? I can name a few. I can't even decide right now on the spot just based off of this, but Kiana Lede comes to mind. Tiana Taylor comes to mind. Giveon comes to mind. How do you say Division comes to mind? Like there's several people that I put right now over any of these, even including Beyonce. And I'm sorry for any BIP, but including Beyonce, best R&B performance. There's several more that we can look to the next one.
To think Giveon isn't in this category is baffling.
Crazy.
Like it's baffling.
Crazy.
The fact that Tiana Taylor is not in this conversation,
absurd.
Baffling. The fact that Summer Walker,
absurd,
is not in this conversation is baffling, bro.
Absurd. Yeah, this is disappointing.
This is what I'm saying. Of these people listed, I hope Beyonce wins.
Mm-hmm.
But something about the Grammy.
Yeah,
I don't trust. I don't trust the rest.
Who's Brittany Howard though? For real, you know her?
I have no idea.
You know Emily King?
I have
it's
no
your cousin?
idea.
That's actually me, Logan. That's your cousin. You better support your cousin now. Shit.
My kinfolk now. Chill out. With a couple strings.
Right. So, best traditional R&B performance, because obviously they know what traditional R&B is. We'll go Sit On Down, the Baylor Project featuring Gene Baylor and Marcus Baylor. How's it? What? Is that a group? The Baylor Project featuring two people with the last name Baylor? Wouldn't that what?
I don't know, bro.
Wonder What She Thinks of Me, Chloe and Haley, right? Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Let Me Go, Michael Kilgore. Anything for you. Let's see. Not sure. Distance, Yeba. Okay, Yeba's not winning because I'm not rocking with anybody named Yeba. I don't like the Baylor Project name, and then to be featuring Gene Baylor and Marcus Baylor, so they out for that reason. I don't like anybody named Michael with like that spelling Michael, Mykal. So I'm not going with them. And then it's down to I'm going with Chloe and Halle.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get that right. But again, the fact that Giveon isn't listed on here is criminal. It's downright criminal.
A tragedy.
The fact that Brandy isn't included.
Straight tragedy.
Brandy, bro? Come on, dog.
Traditional R&B?
Come on, bro. Let's be real.
Let's look at this one, man. This one might be bad too. I don't even know. I'm not doing this one. The best R&B song.
We're just read the ones in the parentheses. That'll kind of clean it up a little bit.
All right. Let me see. Okay, Better Than Imagine. Robert Glasper featuring her and Michelle. I cannot say her last name.
No, try it, bro. Get that there.
Michelle. I do not know what her name is. So no disrespect. Believe me, no disrespect. Black Parade, Beyonce again. Collide, Tina Major, and Earth Gang. Was that off of the what you call it?
Yeah, that was off of Queen and Slim.
Yeah, Queen Slim.
but
Okay,
her album came out this year.
okay. Do It with Chloe and Holly. Slow Down with Skip Marley and her. Her is on here featured a lot, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
I only heard Collide in Black Parade.
For this, I would say this is a good category. Like, I'm probably not the bet again. Giveon should be in
So
here.
much, yeah.
Summer Walker should be in here just based on the timeline. But from this, there are a lot of good songs in here. Me personally, I think Tiana Major and Earth Gang, that Collide song,
Yeah, that song is great.
is amazing. Like
that album should actually be on here somewhere.
That album is crazy too.
Yeah, that album is crazy. The album should definitely be on here somewhere.
And I think that and it's crazy because in the movie, this song kind of like captured a moment. Like,
yeah,
I love this song so much because of the movie. And then listening to the song now, it's like, bro, this song is like classic. It's like timeless type of thing.
If you ain't watched the movie, you definitely should too, by the way.
Yeah, a phenomenal movie.
Oh, amazing.
Phenomenal movie.
Amazing.
I think that they'll go with Chloe and Holly again.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I would like to see Collide win just off of best song in this category.
That's it to me in here, and I ain't heard the rest of them, so I can't say.
Yeah. Or they might go Beyonce. You know how it get political. Like, you start to see a trend. If it wins one category, every other category that is included in it's probably gonna win it. So hopefully, well, for the culture, it'll be dope to see Beyonce just because of what that project represented.
Yeah,
I mean, like that movie and represented Black culture, and the song Black Parade, like really just highlighting Black history and like really being proud of who you are as a Black person. I think that'll be a symbol, and hopefully this will be one that they actually air and give Beyonce the time to like go up there and give a speech to really spread on that message. But again, bro, I don't know with the Grammys, bro. You never know.
We'll go through the next two pretty fast because I don't really know what they are considering these two, but best progressive R&B album, for albums containing at least 51% playing time of newly recorded progressive vocal tracks. I'm not sure what they mean, but we'll go Chilumbo, Janae Aiko, Ungodly Hour, Chloe and Haley, Free Nationals by Free Nationals, Fuck Your Feelings, Robert Glasper. I'm thinking It Is What It Is, Thundercat. You know who Thundercat is?
Yeah, that's the old school dude.
Okay. I'm just guessing. Free Nationals. You know,
let you had a job. Because homie look crazy. He looked like his name sound.
What about Free Nationals? You know what that is?
That's the squad that what's the name? Anderson .Paak being.
Oh, okay,
you
cool.
See like Anderson .Paak and the Free Nationals. That's like so
okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, out of this one, Chloe and Haley probably gonna take this one away.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you see the trend, like they just up for so many different nominations. It feels like they'll be spotlighted.
Yeah,
nice. It was hard.
They pick one. Like last year was like Lizzo, right?
Yeah,
Lizzo like won like so many of them.
Yeah, and then the Cardi B was 1 year.
Yeah,
you see, like that.
I ain't heard Lizzo since. I ain't heard now.
Lizzo be eating, bro. You know what I'm talking
about? Lizzo do be eating. You gotta relax.
No, that's our Instagram day.
I know, but you gotta relax.
It's quarantine, bro. What you think she doing?
Bro, Lizzo do be eating though. All right. Who should win? I don't know let's go to the next one. We'll say who should win that one because I don't really know what progressive R&B is.
Yeah, I hope Janae win. Just so
that'd be love if she did win, but she's not gonna win that.
Nah,
she's not gonna win that. It's nice that she got the bid though.
Yeah, this next category is disrespectful.
This is outright.
I take this
anarchy
personally, bro.
This is outright anarchy. Best R&B album. Happy to Be Here, Ant Clemens. Take Time, Giveon. They got one right out of all this. To Feel Love, Luke James. Bigger Love, John Legend. Even he shouldn't be on here. All Rise, Gregory Porter. No one in this category should be here outside of Giveon.
Absolutely not.
No one. There's too many great R&B projects that came out this year.
Yeah. And I love Ant Clemens. I think his pen is amazing. He doesn't need to be in this category.
No. Nope.
Love John Legend. No pun intended. He is a legend. Yeah. He should be respected, and I love everything he's done in the game. He shouldn't be in this. He shouldn't be.
The fact that Summer Walker ain't winning this is I could cry.
It's disrespectful.
I could
It's
cry.
literally, I want to see Giveon versus Summer Walker. Like, I want to be able to.
That would have been great.
I want them both to be there and be recognized. The fact that Summer Walker isn't recognizing this is disrespectful.
Summer Walker should have been here.
Disrespectful, bro. Even to put, like, you got Beyonce and all these albums, but that's not in here. You got Jhené Aiko and all these, but she not in here.
Why is she in the progressive and not in the best R&B?
Bro, Kiana Lede not in here. Summer Walker not in here. Giveon, if Giveon don't win, I'm done with this.
Yeah, this shit is
He
trash.
better win, bro.
This shit is trash. The rap is okay though. The rap is all right. They got the biggest hits. It's easy to call the rap ones.
I don't know, bro.
But you probably said that because they ain't got no Griselda ain't in none of these.
Not even that, because I don't expect them to get recognized by but we're gonna talk about it as we get
All right, let's go. Best rap performance, Deep Reverence, Big Sean featuring Nipsey Hussle. I almost butchered it. I'm sorry. Bop the Baby. Why is that still on here?
Exactly.
Good God. What's Poppin', Jack Harlow. The Bigger Picture, Little Baby, Savage, Megan Thee Stallion featuring Beyonce. That's probably gonna win. And DR, Pop Smoke.
This one not bad.
This one not bad. I could probably name a few songs that I'd probably rather have over all these. But
Definitely wouldn't put Bop by the Baby on there.
I'm not putting Bop.
But I think is that the one with he had with the Jabberwockies?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the thing. Like, I think that moment.
The reason why I don't like what they do is because they don't have an actual hard time frame, because they say if your song was brought up to relevance in this time frame. Well, who the fuck decides that?
But that's why it's so disrespectful that Summer Walker isn't.
Yeah, who the fuck is decide that? Like Bob?
Yeah, but it's because of the Jabberwockies thing. Remember, he was at every award show with the Jabberwockies. He was everywhere with that. So it's like, I get it, but like What's Poppin'? Like, that was a huge song this year.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it should win, but that kind of gives validity to this category. It's like, you can't deny What's Poppin'. Like, that was there. They put
Nipsey Hussle in here just to kind of.
I think that was it. Like,
that was
look, Nip, like, calm down, y'all.
Although I do like Lil Baby, The Bigger Picture. That was the song with that was the song he kind of ate that one.
Like, when everybody was coming out with their like protest song, whatever, and that one was
he actually ate that one. Yeah,
like, he actually made a good song.
Yeah, the Kiana Lede one, dog. I'll never get over, dog. I haven't recovered yet. I haven't recovered. Yeah, you see my haircut.
That's probably why she didn't get invited to the Grammys. Like,
I heard that weak shit you put out. I heard that weak shit, bro. Yeah, no, this one is probably gonna go to Savage.
Yeah, it's gonna go to Savage. I like how they put Pop in there. Like, it's cool. Like, I respect that.
That's respect.
But yeah, this, like I said, this one not bad. I really can't. I can't hate on this one.
Yeah. This one's pretty good. Best melodic rap performance, Rockstar, The Baby featuring Roddy Ricch. Laugh Now Cry Later actually made it in here. That's actually crazy to me. Drake featuring Lil Durk. Lockdown, Anderson .Paak. The Box, Roddy Ricch. And the Highest in the Room, Travis Scott. I'm gonna go off on a limb and say my favorite song out of all these is Laugh Now Cry Later. But I think The Box is gonna win.
I think The Box should win, bro.
I think it should too.
I think he became a star with that.
Yeah, I think
like too. that kind of represents. I think Rockstar, that was a big moment too, though.
Yeah, I just don't like that song though for some reason. I just don't really like it. I just don't like it. But I want to, before this year, and we're gonna talk about all the songs I said I didn't like it, going to become hits. Like, so if I say I don't like your song,
that might be the same.
Might be the one. it might be the one.
That might be the one you want to push.
There's been a lot of songs I'm like, I don't like.
Might get nominated for a Grammy.
It'd be nominated for a fucking Grammy, dog. So that Body Adi might be next year. So a lot of songs, but I really like. It's not a bad song as far as Rockstar go. It just I don't really like it.
But you got to again, this, like, if you look at TikTok. If you look at all of, like, that one was booming.
Yeah, it was booming.
It was booming for a long time. But I think The Box, Like,
Box
remember,
will
like he made Justin Bieber and all them. Like they was like
yeah.
really trying to rig the game so he wouldn't go
Yeah.
number one. Like
Yeah, them
that was a
tripping, dog.
bone.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
them fucking tripping.
that I think he should, bro. I think
Yeah.
Roddy Ricch, he put in a lot of work. I think his album was one of the best rap ones at the end of last year. I think this should get it for this type of, like, he was really singing on that thing. Like he was.
Yeah,
I think he should win.
he should win that one. Probably easily, honestly. Rockstar the only one that might give him some run.
Yeah,
I don't think that the Drake song, even though I like the Drake song the most, I like the Box is cool. It's a good song.
Yeah.
It's just old. It's just old. You know what I mean? Like looking at these.
but that thing was number one for a long time.
Yeah, that thing was going hard.
Yeah, I respect that.
Best rap song. I don't know why they do stuff like this, but best rap song, The Bigger Picture, Lil Baby, The Box, Roddy Ricch, Laugh Now Cry Later, Rockstar, Savage. So pretty much the same fucking songs over again. I think The Box should win again, but I think Savage is probably gonna beat him out.
Yeah, I think Savage gonna win just for. I think this is gonna be Meg Night. I think they gonna pull the whole Meg.
Megan, Chloe, and Holly.
Yeah,
that's what's gonna be.
I think out of this though, The Box should win. I think between The Box and Rockstar, probably should, but I think this will be a Savage. One.
Yeah, anyone that one's on, I feel like they're gonna win.
Shout out to Drake though. Like this,
that's what they do.
I respect that. Like,
you said what?
For Drake being nominated in these ones, like
yeah.
I respect that a lot,
especially on Just the Lucy.
Yeah,
like Just the Lucy is crazy. Like just, to get nominated on Just the Lucy is crazy, and it just came out really compared to all these other songs, really. And that's pretty much. Oh yeah,
this is the disrespectful category.
Yeah, this
is the most disrespectful category I think of the whole Grammy.
Wow. All right. Best rap album, we got Black Habits, D Smoke, Alfredo, Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist, A Written Testimony, Jay Electronica, King Disease, Nas, and the Allegory, Royce the 5'9".
It's disrespectful right there.
Yeah, this one kind of wild, boy. What's the timeline, man?
This is disrespectful. Bro.
What is the timeline, bro? What is the reason? what is the reason for this, dog?
I'll say this with the utmost respect. D Smoke, what he did with the Netflix special, and that was a good album. No.
Nah, we're not doing that.
The fact that D Smoke is in Jay Electronica, cool. You got body.
Not even though. Yeah, you got body on your own shit, dog. You can't.
Yo, bro,
you got
that should not
rocked. You got rocked. All 16 tracks or whatever.
The fact that Rhapsody isn't on here, criminal. The fact that Roddy Ricch for all them songs that he nominated for, the fact that his album isn't on here, the fact that Lil Baby is not on here, who should be the rap album of the year, is based on cultural impact. Like he literally became like one of the GOATs of this year, like of this newer. He literally became the leader of the new school in this year from that album, from what he was doing. Downright criminal.
I think it's criminal that if you're gonna put Freddie Gibbs, rappers like these, Freddie Gibbs,
you should have at least one Griselda.
Griselda should be whether pick your poison. Whether
Pray for Paris. Pray for Paris.
Pick your poison. Pick your poison, dog. Like whatever you want. But if you're gonna put rappers like that, like Royce the 5'9", Nas, if you're gonna put those rappers on there and you don't have Griselda on here, then it's criminal. It's a war crime.
Just to send a message that like we know what's going on. Like I think Benny probably was too soon. Like I think that's the best one.
It just came out. Yeah.
I think it just came out. I think Pray for Paris just to show us, just to have West Side Gun at the Grammys to represent. Like, hey, we know what you're doing. You're not gonna win. You know what I'm saying? We all know we're gonna give it to the commercial one, but come on, bro. You gotta have if you want. Because me personally, Alfredo, that's like the two. Like that's one of my favorite albums this year. But if, like you said, if you gonna have that D Smoke, bro. Jay Electronica,
Blackity Black. That's that dude, right? The black pants with the black laptop and the black lighter in the black.
Yeah, bro. Come on, bro. Great artist, great album.
No. Yeah. I'm not trying to clown.
Great artist, great. That's not grand. Like
that's not the. That's
put Rhapsody in there, bro.
Yeah.
Anytime Rhapsody comes out with an album, should be nominated for a Grammy. Just
because. Oh yeah, is that good? They're all that good. They're
Like,
all that good.
It's
They're all
like,
that good.
come on, bro. And
That's unacceptable.
like just to have one Griselda member just there, just to have them there, like, hey, bro, we get it.
For you, like I said, it's a war crime, bro. For them to actually put those type of artists on there without putting the people that's doing it the best, without putting the people that's rapping that way the best is crazy to me.
Every album that we've talked about has had some Griselda feature,
Mhm.
whether that be Conway, whether that be
Mhm.
Benny, whether that be Westside. Every major album we talk about has had some type of influence or some type of connection with Griselda, bro.
Mhm.
And this is when I was saying with the Drake statement, it's like we gotta stop looking to this platform to validate us, because like we know the impact Griselda had this year. We know how influential. We know how like they deserve that recognition. They deserve that stamp, but they're not gonna get it from this platform.
Because who are these people? Do we even know?
It's a committee.
Do we? You can look at the names for that.
Yeah, you can look up people that's on the committee, but it's like,
are they? Yeah,
like people that won before, people that have been on, like Knife Wonder was on there. Like a lot of people that like we respect in the industry. Like it's not just a bunch of like random people. Yeah, like that's just voting on it. Like it's respected group of people that. But a lot of people choose not to vote, because I think that's what Knife Wonder was saying last year when Nip got all those awards and everything like that. He got those awards because everybody felt like we need to honor Nip this year. And everybody that normally doesn't cast the vote and normally doesn't participate, they actually came. I'm sorry, my blame. Yeah,
a little bit.
Okay, we're gonna cut that out.
All right. I don't know if it shows up like that. If it showed up, because you do that sometimes and it don't show up. But
for my fault.
Yeah.
No, it actually came up on my screens like you're
okay. All right.
Yeah, my fault. But Knife Wonder came out and was like, we gonna come together, everybody that knows what's going on in the culture, and we gonna gather those people so that Nip can get recognized in some way. We gonna make sure he's on every category, but he's gonna get recognized. And I think with this year, maybe those people didn't step up, because this category, like for all the other ones, I can respect it.
Yeah,
this one right here,
this one's bad.
The worst.
Bro. This one is bad.
The worst.
The R&B one was outright disrespectful too. but. Yeah, it's all pretty bad, but that's where we at, man.
Yeah, the fact that Summer Walker wasn't
nominated, Walker not getting any of those is crazy, bro.
Ain't no one more before we leave this, bro. The fact that The Weeknd is nominated for either album of the year, song of the year. The fact that he broke all those records with was it Blinded by the Lights? Like, come on, bro.
I shouldn't even. Yeah, this is a joke, bro. This is outright a fucking joke, bro. I laugh at this. This is not even something that I should be considering something important in my life, bro. This is a joke.
Yeah, bro. And I think The Weeknd, just because of this, The Weeknd just moved back into the top 10 because people are still streaming that song. Like that's a classic song, bro.
Yeah,
I listened to it today. I was like, bro, this could have existed in the 80s. This could have existed in the 90s. This could have existed in the 70s. This is just a classic song. It's a great song.
He's an amazing artist, bro.
Yeah, wasn't it for like 17 weeks?
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's hard. I understand it. Like I understand, like why we say like artists shouldn't pay attention to it. But listen, though, when you actually in that position, like it probably feel nice to get a Grammy, dog.
Yeah,
because the people that you hear, like you said, Kanye saying that. Kanye has the ability to piss on the Grammy. Like
he got so many,
because you got them Grammys, like you know what I'm saying. Like, and now it's easy to say, well, these shits don't mean nothing. All right, well, motherfucker, let me get one, and then I can feel like I can tell you what it is. I can tell you if I think if it has worth or not. But as an artist, I can understand why they're still looking forward to be like, everybody they grew up on was winning Grammys. Mm-hmm. Everybody that they grew up on was winning Grammys. It's hard to be like now. It's be like, y'all need to stop worrying about the games. Like, damn, everybody legendary status has one. Like, like shit. If anything, we need to figure out if we can put more people that's really of the culture into those seats. But I don't know if that's one of our decisions that we can make. So I don't think it's as easy as like going to vote or something like that. So
but you gotta think, like you got people like LeBron James who got the alleged $1 billion contract, and who is heavily involved with hip hop. You got your Jay-Z's, you got your Diddy's. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre got some stuff on his plate right now. You know what I mean? He's a little busy.
Hey,
A little busy right now. So, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't not time for that right now.
But we have the people that can come together and create that. You know what I mean? What about the Revolt Music Awards every year? All right, that's Diddy. Hard. You know, have Diddy get like, yo, this is the stamp right here, or
that'd be hard.
Because Apple, they have their awards now. They just named Lil Baby like Artist of the Year or whatever, respectively. The Tidal Music Award, because if you look on Tidal, bro, that's the culture.
Yeah,
hey,
that's all that's on Tidal. That's the only thing on Tidal. Like it ain't no bullshit on Tidal.
Blackity black.
Yeah, that's Black Texas, black back screen, Black Avatar. That's Black.
Black. So why not? You know what I mean?
So you bring a good point.
I think that we have the platforms, we have the resources, we have the people in positions to make that. It's just the confidence to do it. And then we as a culture need to support it, because it's a big stigma of like, whenever it's done by us, it's not the same quality, or we, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's cool, it doesn't really have that reverence, but like, we got to support that. We got to get on that. You know, I'll get on here. Like, I don't have it this week, but past couple weeks, I've been wearing brands by like the homies. Like sometimes the hoodie don't even fit me. Like last week, I was up here looking like a goddamn or looking like Missy in that video when she was in the trash bag.
I'm about to fly away on that.
Yeah, but that was the homie. Like, I gotta support that brand. I gotta wear that brand on the podcast. It's like I support my peoples. You know what I mean? So it's like we as a culture, we got to do that same thing for the brands in our community. And if that platform gets stood up, we're gonna need the co-sign of people like Drake. We're gonna need Jay-Z to show up. We're gonna need Diddy to show up. But it's like, if we want to just bring that back to the BET Awards, because that's where it used to be, let's have them show up. Let's have them validate that award show.
No, that's real. Maybe, I mean, it's not a stretch. That's what I'll say. Like, it's not a stretch. Shit can happen a lot faster than you think that you can.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Well, let's go ahead and move on. We'll go ahead and get into our positive shout so we can end off with something good, because that shit is garbage. That shit is trash, bro. Shit's really, really bad. But my positive shout today is gonna go to Shannon Sharpe. I just respect OG. I respect how he gets shit done, bro. Most like recently, I don't even think it's been that long. Maybe a month or two ago, he came out with a show called Club Shay Shay. And if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend you do. Because going on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hold on, bro. Yeah, I think it's my internet, so that's my bad, bro.
Okay, it's all good.
Start over.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. So my positive shout out for this week is going out to Shannon Sharpe. I just really respect OG. I just really respect what he do. About 4 weeks ago, maybe longer, 8 weeks ago, he came out with a show called Club Shay Shay. It's very new, but it's just basically him interviewing different people, and he gets these people on at the perfect times, right? Like, so he had Snoop Dogg on the show. He had LeVar Ball on the show most recently. He's even had an Ice Cube one right in the midst of all the stuff that's going on with Ice Cube. Right in the midst, he was right there with Shannon Sharpe, giving all it takes, and that's where you don't get it real. We've seen Ice Cube give it to him. With Chris Cuomo, we've seen him on CNN, Fox, all these things. But when he was, I don't know, with Shannon Sharpe, it was a real talk between two brothers. Like, you could tell they was two OGs. They were just talking it out, and that's the realest shit that we can get. Like, that's why I like All the Smoke. Same thing. We got two real dudes from our culture that's actually just interviewing people and asking all the questions. They ain't afraid to ask questions we want to know, but they do it with some class. They do it with some grace, and it comes out to a good product. And that's the same thing with Shannon Sharpe. Reason I want to kind of show them out, because we say that we need to see more people in these type of roles, like just in general, just we need to see more people like us doing stuff. It's happening, bro. Like, it's Shannon Sharpe is your uncle. Like, legit, like Shannon Sharpe is legitimately your uncle that his ACL didn't tear, so he actually went to the NFL. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Went to
like
the Hall of Fame.
He went to the Hall of Fame. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he's really your uncle, but he out here really still doing it. Like, he out here really still hustling. And he giving it to you 100 every day of the week, bro. All that funny shit that we've been seeing, the Black and Miles, the Hennessy, the Goat Bass, shit like that. All that shit is funny as fuck. All of our uncles is funny as fuck. Like, he really that dude. Like, he's just really a good dude. He really funny. He really give it to you real and raw. And that shows even more when he goes and takes it to Club Shay Shay and he just talking and he just breaking down like, and it's hard to stop watching. Like you'll see some clips of like the shit, like the best parts, but when you watching it, the in betweens are really the best part. The in between back and forth between him and the other person that he's interviewing is really the best part. So shout out to Shannon Sharp. His show is amazing. He be busting Skip up. If you want to see Skip Bayless get fucked up, these last about 6 months maybe, Skip Bayless been in there getting tore up, bro. Ain't nothing been going good for Skip. So if you want to see that, make sure you tune in. It's happening every week. So my positive shout out goes to Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, that's real. Just to see a black person succeed at everything that they do and then take it to the highest level. Again, I said it last week, the demonstration, bro, is so important because we got to have people to point to and say, look how he did it. Yep. You know what I mean? He was himself the whole time. He was on national TV with the black and mild in his mouth, with Hennessy on there.
The Club Shay Shay was a joke that he came up with on set. He made it into a show.
But we do something before to something, and then to take that and then monetize that, turn it into a show, get the support of a major network like the Fox network. They're pushing Club Shay Shay like, hey, everybody tune in. Like that's levels, bro. That's levels. I respect.
Dude is way smarter than you would think. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like way, like there's always a stigma about like the Southern boy that wasn't good in high school coming out, going to NFL. Like, all these motherfuckers stupid. All these people dumb, bro. You better watch out, bro. Yeah. Anybody can prove you wrong.
Because he can play that role like, oh, he's just a goofy uncle. Like, but then next thing you know, he got a business lined up. Next thing you know, like,
and he'll do it mid-show. Like that's the crazy thing about it. Like you'll see him being funny with Skip, and then Skip say something like, "Skip, you got the game fucked up. Hold on, let me show you how this coverage actually works because you weren't in the NFL. Let me tell you about this shit real quick. Let me break that down. Like it's crazy, dog. Like he got into a real life argument with him one time because he's like, Skip, I'm telling you, this safety is supposed to be covering this tight end. He like, no, you don't know that. There's no way you can know that. He's like, bro, it's simple. This is just simple shit. He held that all the way until the guest came on like an hour later. It was like, hey, tell me you on that team. Tell me who's the safety supposed to be covering. Like he be all Skip ass about this shit, bro. So he a real one, dog. I really fuck with him.
Gotta respect the real, bro.
Oh yeah.
Gotta respect the real. So my positivity shout out is kind of in that same vein. I want to shout out the Breakfast Club. Like I want to shout out the Breakfast Club because they, for the past, I don't know, I want to say decade, bro. Like they've been almost at the forefront when it comes to like covering our culture, when it comes to like really being that platform, being that stamp in our community to really give us the news, give us the great interviews, give us those great moments. And when you think where they were not even too long ago, like they were the news outlet that had the Ray J, like, Charlamagne, we live. Yeah, doing all that, like talk about Fab and talk about how he had booty goons and all that stuff. Like,
don't get this banned for calling somebody a booty bandit.
Yeah, like just to think, like that's who they were a couple years ago. But this past week, they actually interviewed former President Obama, and they were talking about his book. And in true fashion, they remained themselves. Like Charlamagne was asking the questions that we wanted answered. Like he, to his face, like this wasn't on the Zoom call or anything. They were in the same room. Charlamagne was like, yo, a lot of black people said that you haven't done anything for our community. What do you say to that? A lot of people saying like you really didn't get anything done. What do you say to that? If President Trump was so open and he was so loyal to his base, why weren't you that to us? Like, why didn't we get that same treatment? Because we've seen a demonstration from him. Why didn't you do that? And to have somebody in a space where journalism is kind of like disrespected, where fake news, like you really can kind of see how news will really spin a narrative. Yeah. To have a news outlet in our community act somebody who we really put up, like Obama is a historical figure. Like we witnessed that, we lived through that through our lifetime. So to have them sit him down and ask the questions that our community really wants answered, I think that's a testament of growth. That's the testament of the power that we do have, because he's been on several other platforms promoting his new book, but he know in order to talk to the community, he had to stop through the Breakfast Club. And this wasn't just no quick 5-minute Zoom call. Like, no, I'm going to sit down with y'all in the same room. We're going to do this for an hour. And I know y'all going to ask these questions, and they let him have it. And I respect a lot of the answers that he gave back.
Oh, yeah.
So he really broke it down. Like, hey, bro, let me tell you about how politics work.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, we are the minority, bro.
Yeah.
Like, in order to make real change, we need votes.
Yep.
In order to get votes, we need to talk to other type of demographics.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna help y'all while I'm helping everybody else. But look at my numbers, bro. Look at who was growing faster than everybody else. Black people.
Yeah.
Look at who was growing, who got the benefits from my tax plans. Black people. Like, I'm not out in your face saying it because I don't have to.
Bruh, I want to say there's a lot of smooth motherfuckers on this earth.
Bruh.
Barack Obama is the realest, smoothest nigga I've ever seen in my life, bro.
It don't get no.
His speech is impeccable. Like, it's like he got an aura, bro.
This dude was
crazy.
I would say, like, yo, my girl wild. Like, she got an attitude problem. He said, like, well, you know, when it comes to temperament, my wife is she is less forgiving with her temperament. I'm like, bro, that's the craziest thing to say. I'm like, think of that shit, dog. I just remix that thing so crazy.
He is great in what the flex come off so crazy when you catch it just a little bit later. Like the flex, like I had to watch that clip of him saying, like, breaking down. Cause I ain't peeped the first time. Like he said it, and Charlamagne was like, well, we saying, like, just for us. He's like, well, you're not listening to me. Yeah. I'm saying black people was riding better than these other like he killing them.
Why you don't know that is because I'm not on the front line just screaming it. But bro, I work for the entire country. But check the stats, bro. Like, we were doing better than everybody.
Bruh. It's yeah, man. Shout out to the Breakfast Club, brother.
But that's what I'm saying. For him to do that and to keep that, because when you come to that platform, it's no, like, they even denied the Meg Thee Stallion interview because it's like, we're not about to interview if we can't talk about the things that we want to talk about. So we're not about to do that. But for him to come to that platform to give that stamp, the real stamp of validation to that platform, and for them to be themselves and ask those tough questions, you got to respect that growth. You got to respect that platform, and you got to respect what that did for the community.
That's love. And when you get to that point, you can do that, bro. When you get to that point, you can tell the hottest in the game right now, like, if you're not going to answer these questions and you trying to tell us what, we get the fuck out. We don't need that. Like, when you get to that certain level, you can do shit like that. And that's great, bro. Also, that's trash too, because Meg, don't tell me that you can't talk about it when you just made a whole song about it.
And so, you went to all these other, that's what Charlamagne was saying. It's like, bro, you went to GQ and you told everything about it. You went to this other magazine, you told everything about it. But when you can't talk to us about it, we tell us don't ask about these different things. Come on, bro.
That's trash.
What we doing? How you gonna go see these other outlets and do it, but tell us we can't do it?
Protect black women, dog. That's it. Ain't you the queen of that? ain't you the queen of this black owned stuff?
Because she know if anybody gonna push back on her, it's gonna be the Breakfast Club.
She's gonna be
Charlamagne gonna say it. He gonna be like, hey, well, what do you gotta say to this? Same thing you did with Obama. Same thing you did with Joe Biden. Same thing you did with Kamala Harris.
Everybody that come up on there,
bro, you gotta respect
those questions, bro. You got to, dog.
Gotta respect that.
There's almost no one in the game that would do it outside of Charlamagne at the Breakfast Club.
But look at look at the Birdman interview. Look at Beanie Siegel interview. When you want to stop this interview and you want to talk to me real quick? Like,
bruh, it's real out there.
But to see that range, to see Birdman explode on him, to see Fredro Starr like want to fight him, Beanie Siegel want to fight him, all in their face and doing all that, to them interviewing Joe Biden, for them to interview Kamala Harris, for them to interview President Obama, it's like, you gotta. That's what we need.
Yeah.
We need to highlight that. We need to respect that. We need to hold them, because this could not be said 10, 15, 20 years ago to this magnitude. So it's like, you got to respect, or if it was, it's not as prevalent as it is today. So it's like, you got to respect that.
Yeah. That's real, man. That's real. I appreciate that, man. I do want to get to the funniest thing I've seen this week.
Oh, man.
So it's weird, man, because we right now, like, we all at the age, so it's especially just like me and your age group, the 26, 27, 28-year-olds right now, getting to the age where we gotta start putting in work to get to Thanksgiving. We can't just go and eat no more. We can't do that. We too old now. You can't just go eat no more. So a lot of y'all tried to cook. A lot of y'all tried to cook, and let me tell you, bro, some of y'all need some more training. So some of y'all need to go back to your mom's crib and get some more training, bro, because it wasn't looking good, bro. It was not looking good. And let me give you some advice, because I would just tell you, don't make the mac and cheese. Don't start with that. That's too much of an important dish for you to start with. Don't say you're gonna bring the mac and cheese. I don't want to see that. Start with like the mashed potatoes, because you don't really need nothing much for that. You don't need nothing crazy for the mashed potatoes. You fuck up the mashed potatoes, you know your level ain't where it need to be. Start with a pie. Make a pie. That's easy. Get the filling, get the crust, make the pie. Y'all was out here trying to make the turkeys, the hams, the cornbread, the rolls. Y'all not ready for that just yet. Let me just tell y'all not ready. If you haven't been already cooking, this year wasn't the time for you to start that shit. But you did anyway, and I had a great time laughing at it. I seen some mac and cheese that looked so watery, I didn't know what to think about it, bro. If you dip your mac and cheese and lift it up and the cheese is falling out like pudding, it's not done, bro. It's like, this shit ain't done, bro. Cut it out. We don't need that here. Listen, I'm telling y'all, brothers and sisters, y'all, I appreciate y'all for what y'all do. And I appreciate y'all knew that we can't just be going to eat no more. We 26, we damn near 30. We gotta start putting in on this. But there's good ways to put it in bad ways, and y'all chose the bad way. So respect to y'all, but it was some of the funniest shit I've seen all week.
Oh, bro. I seen the dude deep frying the turkey. He pulled that thing out. That thing was so burnt, bro.
Dog, just stop it, dog. But it's crazy because we see it happen every year for so many years that we would think that it'd be easy just to go in there and do the stuff that our parents been doing.
Nah, bro.
That shit ain't easy, bro. That's why they fucking take all day. That's why we don't eat till 6 and don't eat all day. It take time and really hard. Shit.
Oh, bro.
But yeah, that's the funny shit I've seen all week, bro. But yeah, man, you got closing?
Oh, man, we just appreciate everybody. Speaking of Thanksgiving, we're just thankful for all our supporters, everybody that listen, everybody that follow us on all our social media platforms. Again, just thank you for tuning in each and every week. We truly do appreciate y'all.
For real, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is the Who Am I Pod. If you get the guy.
Who am I? The girls them sugar.